Well, new developments tonight in the downing of that Ukrainian airliner just moments after leaving the runway in Tehran. The Pentagon today stating that the plane was, with high confidence, they believe, shot down by mistake by an Iranian anti-aircraft missile. All 176 people aboard the aircraft were killed just hours after Iran fired 16 ballistic missiles at military bases hosting U.S. troops in Iraq Tuesday. Iran is said to have used a Russian-made SA-15 missile, which is part of the Tor surface-to-air missile system that the Russians have provided Iran. One official telling Fox News the incident was a, quote, tragic screw-up. Our first guest tonight, standing alongside the president in tonight's vote on what is widely considered to be just simply a rebuke of the president. There is no effect of this toothless, symbolic resolution. Joining us tonight, the House Minority Leader of the Republican Party, Kevin McCarthy. Congressman, good to have you with us. A busy time and an extraordinary vote in the House. Your reaction to the vote on the resolution to constrain the president's authority to take this country to war if need be?
Well, this is a non-binding resolution. It is what is called a concurrent resolution. The times that we use concurrent resolutions when we want to invite a soapbox derby to be held on the Capitol. What the Democrats are doing is empowering Iran. And what frustrates me the most, Lou, here we have a president, and President Trump, that on an instinct is always for America first, and the Democrats' instinct is to blame America first. Iran is the one who escalated this. This president has played this correctly. He has made America safer, he's made the world safer, and he sent a very clear message. Remember what Iran did. They killed Americans. Absolutely. More than 600 of them. This is no question asked. And what the Democrats are doing to me is appalling. That they're going to defend Iran, that they're going to send the wrong message to Iran. How do they look in those 600 Gold Star mothers and tell them what they're doing today?
Do they not understand? I have no illusions about what the Democratic Party is. It's become the party of hate. But surely they have the self-knowledge that to walk into the 2020 elections having defended the largest state sponsor of global terrorism and defend, in effect, the man who killed is responsible for the deaths of perhaps a third of our casualties in Iraq and hundreds more. They're defending him against the United States government.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what they're doing. And the thousands of innocent citizens that he killed, even in his own country, are let known that he bombed those tankers or bombed the refinery. And remember what they just did within the last 6 months. Not only killed an American, but tried to burn our embassy. And here we have a president who I think was very calm in how he dealt with knocking down our drone and others, trying to make sure that it got de-escalated. But what did they do? They went and killed an American, and now we have an administration that when it has a red line, it holds them accountable. Correctly what President Trump did. But what's more importantly here, he's making this country safer by doing it. It reminds me a lot of Ronald Reagan. And remember, could anybody else had that Berlin Wall come down? This is a president who understands why Iran should never have a nuclear weapon. But here we have a majority party in Congress that all they want to do to investigate him. You have Adam Schiff ahead of the Intel Committee who spent the last year only investigating the president. Instead, it should have been focusing on the issues in the Middle East in the Intel Committee, but he only had those hearings. That's what's appalling.
The Democratic Party has been actually bereft of any accomplishment whatsoever in their entire time in control of the House of Representatives, and their opposition before that was sometimes just inexplicable and certainly unproductive. There one surprise in this day, 3 Republicans voting with the Democrats. The surprise there is one of those was Congressman Matt Gaetz voting for the resolution. What in the world? This is a man who's been defending the president, who has, I mean, I was just shocked. Were you?
I'm very shocked by it. It does not seem like this should be the vote he would take. This was a resolution that was non-binding. It wasn't changing anything. It wasn't going to the president's desk. This was sheerly a political press release from the Democrats to attack our president, who has been defending this country. So I'm shocked by it, and I've got to ask him why he would do this.
It was, in effect, a vote against the president by a member of your party. It's just stunning that that one person amongst those three would be Matt Gaetz.
Yeah, and the one thing you have to note, too, is there are more Democrats voting against it than Republicans voting for it. So once again, here's Pelosi thinking she's going to do something bipartisan when we see that really. And when we deal with situations like this, remember, how did Republicans act when we killed bin Laden? We came together as Americans. And remember what General Petraeus said, this is bigger than killing bin Laden. And why couldn't the Democrats in Congress understand that and give this president the respect and support he needs in a time of crisis like this? You should put party aside and be an American at this moment.
And certainly supporting this president, every Republican, in my judgment, frankly, every Democrat should be supporting this president who is acting as an exemplar of any president we would have lead the free world. And he is doing so in ways that many of his detractors thought never possible, achieving more than most of his supporters thought possible. It's been an extraordinary 3 years and promises to be an extraordinary another 5, don't you think?
If this president gets another 5 years, the next century will be the American century. That's why it's so important. And if the Democrats were able to win the White House, or if Democrats were able to keep the majority in the House, it'd just be investigations. They won't even release. And what was really telling to me yesterday was Dianne Feinstein, who is my state senator, but actually the hometown senator of Nancy Pelosi. If you listen to what she said, that if this was so urgent, why wouldn't you send impeachment over? If you're not sending it over, I guess it wasn't very urgent.
It appears that the Democratic Party in the House is starting to awaken to what the American people did long ago, that they are carrying out nothing more than a farce. And that will be how they'll be judged come Election Day as well, I believe. Congressman, we thank you very much as always. Kevin McCarthy, appreciate it.